Hi LCISD parents, my name is Dr. Chad Jones and I'm joining you again, this time to give a brief overview of how to navigate the Canvas system. After you've logged into the system, you'll be taken to the dashboard, this page here, where you'll see all of the classes your student is enrolled in here in LCISD. One thing I want to make a quick note of is if you've linked multiple students to your account, you'll see all of their classes here on the screen. So make sure you talk with your student to make sure you know which classes which of your students are taking so you know how to navigate inside of the system. Uh, Now, I want to talk about each one of these little cards is what they're called. Each card is a different class. So I've got Algebra 1 here, I've got Biology here. And for each of these cards, you may see up to 4 icons down here on the bottom. These are the 4 primary areas that Canvas is used as far as announcements or notifications inside the system, or key areas that you might want to access for that course. The first one here is the little megaphone icon. That's your announcements. As teachers create announcements inside of their course, this icon will show up that you could click on to be able to see those announcements. The next one here is the assignments icon for any assignments that are created. Next is discussion board. And this last one is any files that have been added to the course. You could click on any one of those icons to be taken directly to that area inside of the course. Now, if you want to navigate any of these courses to see content inside of there, you can very easily just click on any one of the cards. So I'll jump into the physics class here, and it'll take you to the home page that's been created for that teacher or by that teacher. Every teacher's webpage will be a little bit different. They won't look quite like this. These are fake little courses that I've built just for this navigation preview. But you should be able to see things like your teacher's contact information and their basic schedule. Over here on the left-hand side is going to be the basic navigation for each course. Each one may look a little bit different, but you'll be able to access things like modules to be able to see what information or materials the teacher is walking through throughout the year, or maybe assignments or different files that they've created for you to be able to access inside the system. Now, one thing I want to highlight for this is that for the 2017-18 school year, we are, as a staff here in Lamar CISD, learning the Canvas system and rolling it out slowly for our teachers so they can get comfortable with each piece before they start implementing it in their classroom. So some of your teachers may already have been comfortable with Canvas and they've already started running with it and they'll have more information in this course view, but other teachers may be just walking slowly with us as we roll out each piece, so you may not see as much inside of their course. We ask you to be patient with your students' teachers as they learn the system and find ways of how they're going to use it in their classroom to keep you informed and keep our students engaged with the learning process. Now, going back to the dashboard, I want to highlight that over here on the right hand side, there's the coming up menu right here of assignments or announcements that your teacher has created that are coming up soon in the next few days. And there's also this view grades button. I want to point out that the view grades button in here will take you to grades that have been entered inside of Canvas, which your teacher can do, but I want to remind you that the Skyward Family Access Center is our primary source for student grades inside LCISD. You always want to go to Skyward Family Access to look at your students' grades because not all grades are necessarily inside of Canvas. So Skyward Family Access is for grades, Canvas is to see content material or things going on instructionally about the class. Now, going back to this view, I want to show you a few other things here on this left-hand side. The courses menu right here will show you your favorite courses that you saw on your dashboard, but if you have multiple students linked to your account, you might want to click on the All Courses button to see a full list of courses that your students are taking. If you have specific courses that you want to make sure are on your dashboard, you can click these stars to make them favorites, which will push them to the dashboard view for you if you weren't seeing them already. Continuing down on the left-hand side here is the calendar button. Whenever I click on this, it takes me to a month view of any assignments or events that your teacher has created in the calendar. We talked about it on the dashboard. This is a full view of all things that have been put on the calendar for every one of the classes, and they're also color-coded on the right-hand side here. If you want to change the color of any of these courses, maybe I want biology here to be a different color, I can click on this little 3-dot icon over here, maybe change it to be green, hit apply, and now it would be green here on my calendar. I didn't actually have any announcements on there, but it would show up green in there. You can also change whether you want to look at it the month view, the week view, or change it to the agenda view to see a full list of what's coming up in your classes. So this is the calendar view. The last thing I want to show you over here is the inbox that you can click on this to communicate directly with your teachers inside of the Canvas environment to be able to communicate about things going on in class for your student if you have any questions. Going back to the dashboard again, this is where you're going to start off for every one of your classes. I changed my favorites, so I'm only seeing those 2 courses. Whenever you're done inside of the Canvas system, you can go up here to Account and click the Log Out button, and you're now logged out of the system. In our next video, I'm going to talk to you about how to set up your notifications so you can get things like via email or maybe via text to keep you up to date with things happening inside of your students' classes. Thanks for joining us.